Welcome everyone to Yin Yoga. My name is Tammy and I'll be guiding you through the next hour. Nice to see everyone that's joining us. Our theme for our class is let go, surrender. Letting go, letting yourself surrender, using our breath to help. Think of the exhale breath being longer than the inhale breath. Beginning our class, lying down on our back. Our head is towards the front of the mat. So come down to the side of the body. And then roll over to your back. Letting yourself settle into the ground here. Closing your eyes. Your knees are bent just to take off pressure off of the lower back. Turning inward. Inhaling through the mouth first. And then exhale through the mouth. Really big breath. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. And then let yourself settle a little bit deeper into just this relaxation pose here. And then inhale through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhale, breathing into the tummy, your belly, into your chest, into the sides of the body, into the back. And exhale breath, letting it all go, letting your body release a little bit deeper into the ground. Keep working through the breath. Finding the relaxation of your mind, your body. You may count out your breaths. You can breathe in for 4 counts, exhale for 6 counts. Thinking of your inhale breath, elongating through the spine, your exhale breath, letting go, letting your body release, relax. Open up our eyes here. Take your feet wider than the hips. And windshield wiper your knees side to side. Arms may come out to the sides of the body. Take the knees back to the center. Take your feet in, and then take the right knee, left knee in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug, little squeeze here. And then into stirrup, which is also happy baby. So turn your knees out to the sides. And you may hold on to the knee pits and then let your legs just flop down. Or you can hold onto your ankles or the outside edges of your feet or your big toes with your feet, peace fingers. So just finding what's going to work for you, finding the opening you would like, that support. And close your eyes. And letting the lower back settle a little bit deeper into the ground here. Think of your breath again. With the inhale breath, opening up into the chest. Think of breathing into the armpits. Exhale, breath, letting your pelvis sink a little bit deeper into the ground, into the earth, the letting go. Letting your cares and worries just pass by. Letting the earth absorb any areas of tension. Letting the inner thighs open a little bit more. Letting your body sink a little bit more. Coming out of happy baby, you may take the knees in towards the chest into cradle. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then place the right foot down, left foot down to the ground. Into bridge. Now with bridge, I'd like it to be supported bridge so that we can really release deeper into the ground. So roll over to the side of the body. And if you have pillows, you can stack them up on top of each other. You can use a nice block to place it underneath the small of the back. So I can show you first. So don't worry about brushing or anything into the pose. I'm going to place the block under the small of my back. The height that I'm going to use is the middle height. It's not the highest height of my block. You can stack your pillows too. And letting your pelvis settle in towards the ground. Placing your palms down by the sides. And we're opening up through the front of our pelvis. And you may start to feel some movements into the tummy area, your intestines. Things are just moving through your body, digesting. Close your eyes. Letting yourself find stillness. Surrendering to all these feelings, emotions moving through your body, moving through your mind. letting go of the negative and keeping the positive. Surrendering to the vulnerability that you may feel with this opening. In bridge for another minute. So feel yourself letting go, enjoying the stillness. Coming out of bridge, removing your chest from underneath your pelvis, lower back. Place your hips gently down towards the ground. Rolling over to the side and then making your way up. Okay, butterfly for next pose. I'm going to use my pillows. So if you have pillows handy, place it on either side of your knees. You can also use blocks too for support. Always think about how I'm going to be able to support my body so it's comfortable, that you can get the deepest release. So again, roll over to the side of the body. Well, I'm going to show you another pillow too that I'm going to add. I'm going to use my bolster. And it's a rectangular bolster, so lots of support for my spine. Come over to the side of the body, and I'm going to tuck my lower back right in towards the end of my bolster. For recline butterfly, you can do the butterfly sitting up too. We do not have to recline. Take the bottoms of your feet, place them together. Turn your knees out towards the sides. Lots of support for the body. Palms may turn up towards the sky. Close your eyes. Bridge, it was a slow opening that we did to our pelvis, letting go, release. Here's more of an opening too if you are using a prop underneath the spine. If you're opening into our chest, into our shoulders. Come back to your breath. 45 more seconds. Okay, with our last 15 seconds, coming out reclined butterfly. So you can take your knees up towards the center, roll over to the side, and then slowly make your way back up. Okay, coming into child's pose. Child's pose, just gonna move my props over to the side here. Child's pose, actually, it could be with your bolster or your pillow, and I will show you that way because it's a nice way to do it. You can do this, of course, on your own in bed. So I'm going to tuck myself right into my prop here, my bolster, and then coming forward, lie on the tummy, and then turn your head over to the side. Let the cheek rest. You may do child's pose without any props, letting the forehead rest. If you're using a pillow to lie on bolster, that you can turn your head to the other side and let the other cheek rest. Slowly making your way up. And then putting any of your props to the side here. And then come to all fours. Uncurl the toes and sit back into the heels. For child's pose again, forward. And then working your way over to the left side with the arms and let the forehead rest. Letting the forehead rest helps us to feel more grounded. Letting all the negative feelings drain into the ground now. Hold on to the positive. Slowly walking your arms over to the other side. If this is not accessible to your knees, you may lie on the side of the body. You may lie on your back and take your knees into the chest for cradle. And the forehead rests again. Your forehead may rest on the mat. Your forehead may rest on your hands. You may stack your fists. You may rest your forehead in the palms of your hands. A block always works too, a foam block. Really slowly come out, walking back towards the center. Come to all fours, toes down to the ground. Step forward with the right hand, left hand. Our next pose will be lizard. So coming up to downward facing dog. Take the right leg up for three-legged dog and step onto the outside of the right wrist. Take the left knee down to the ground, or it could be lifted up. And then coming down with the arms, forearms down to the ground with a deeper stretch into the side of the pelvis. Let the forehead hang towards the ground, so let the head hang. Turn back to your breath. Sinking a little bit deeper through the pelvis towards the ground. Thirty more seconds in lizard. Okay, coming out of lizard on this side, nice and slow. Okay, come back to downward facing dog. And then three-legged dog, left leg lifts. And then step onto the outside of the left wrist. Knee may come down or the knee is lifted. Now Now a deeper opening through the left side of the pelvis. The arms may, your forearms may come down towards the ground. Head hangs. Thirty more seconds. Your inhale breath may be at 6 seconds now, and your exhale breath may be at 8 seconds now. Okay, making your way out of lizard. Back to downward facing dog. And then to all fours. Uncurl the toes, sit back into child's pose first. Just a counter pose here. And then to Sphinx. Coming onto your belly. Taking the forearms down towards the ground, your elbows are underneath the shoulders. Uncurl the toes, tops of the feet down to the ground, and then draw up. So lifting your upper body up towards the sky. You may contract your glutes, pubic bone down towards the ground, tops of the feet down towards the ground, pressing down through your forearms and lift up. The head may hang. You may press down through the palms of your hands. 15 more seconds we hold. And then slowly come out a Sphinx. Come back to child's pose. A little counter pose here. To all fours. And then step forward with right hand, left hand into downward facing dog. Our next pose will be swan. Draw the right leg up to three-legged dog, and then bend the knee and turn your right knee out to the right wrist. Okay. Now, having a pillow or a block underneath the right hip, it's always a good idea for that support. So the other props forward. Coming down to sleeping swan. Let the forehead rest towards the ground. Or your hands, finding what is going to work for you. If this is not accessible for the knee, then lying on the back for figure four. And I'll just show you this other pose here too. So if you're in sleeping swan, you can find stillness or figure four with your right ankle crossing over the left knee. And then you can lift your left foot off the ground. Close your eyes. This is another opening into the outside of the pelvis, the right side. Forty-five more seconds. And then we're coming out of sleeping swan or figure four. And then if you were in sleeping swan, you can come back to downward facing dog. And three-legged dog, left leg lifts. And then turn the left knee out to the left wrist, bringing it forward. And then placing your prop, your pillow or your block underneath the left hip. Okay, sleeping swan, or you're in figure four. Fold forward down towards the ground for sleeping swan. Forehead rests again. It may be on your hands, your mat. Toes may be down to ground, or just uncurl the toes. Now let your whole body just sink. Let go. Feel your whole body release. Feel your whole body relax. Letting your thoughts pass by. Let yourself surrender to this wonderful feeling of calm, peace. "45 more seconds, we hold. And then slowly coming out of sleeping swan, back to downward facing dog. And then to all fours and rolling over to the side of the body. And turn towards the front of the mat. I'm going to use my bolster again. You can use pillows, and I'll show you where I'll put my bolster first between my legs, and it's for dragonfly. And then having the pillow in front here for support. So if you have a firm pillow, you can use too. So tuck that pillow right in towards the inner thighs. Coming down towards your pillow, your support. If you don't have a prop, a pillow, then that's okay too. You fold forward. You can use a blanket also, and then having it right in front and for support, letting your cheek rest on your pillow, letting your cheek rest or letting your forehead rest onto your hands or towards the ground. Turn your attention to your breath. If your cheek is resting on a prop, you can turn your head to the other side, other cheek rest. Slowly come out of dragonfly. Taking your prop, bend through the knees, and then take your prop just to the side here. Using prop. And then to square pose. Cross your right leg over top of the left leg, lining up your knees. Hold on to the ankles. Now another way to do square pose would be the left leg is straight out in front, pressing your right leg up and over top of the left leg. And you can again line up the knees. Finding what's going to work for you. You may add the arms too, eagle arms, by taking your right arm underneath the left arm and then wrapping your arms around each other. They draw up and then pull down through the arms. Close your eyes. Turning inward. Always good to use your breath to help you to turn inward. Using your counting of your inhale breath and your exhale breath. Your shoulders release away from the ears. 30 more seconds. And then now, 15 seconds, release your arms. Release the legs. Place your hands down and then take the legs out in front. Do a little windshield wiper of the knees side to side. And then come into the other side. This time, the right leg goes underneath and the left leg crosses over top. And then the goal is to line up your knees. Left knee over top of the right knee, or you're having the right leg straight and then the left leg crossing over top of the right leg, lining up your knees. You may add the eagle arms too. This time the left arm goes underneath the right and then wrap your arms around each other, pull up and then come down through the arms. Let the shoulders release down towards the ground, so taking your shoulders away from the ears. You may draw the chin down slightly towards the chest, let the head hang. Square pose is to help open up through the sides of the pelvis again. We've done several poses to help open up through the sides of our pelvis, open up through the front of our pelvis, open up into the lower back, the front of our body. Thirty more seconds. Slowly making your way out. Square pose, release the arms first. And then untwisting these legs. Take your feet in front. Windshield foot wiper your knees side to side. Okay, and then lying on the side of the body, turn over to the side and roll over to your back. Take the knees in towards the chest, into cradle. Then take your legs up and bring your legs up and over to the right, to the left side. So we're opening up into the side of our body here. Into reclined little twist. Arms come out to shoulder height. They may be straight or the elbows are bent. Turn your head towards the other side. So opposite way of the legs. Close your eyes. The lips part. You may hear movement through your intestines. Just getting everything working here with this twist. And then let your body release. Letting yourself surrender to all these feelings through the body, all your thoughts, letting them pass, letting yourself be. And then let go. Coming out of the twist, turn your head gently back towards the center. You may use your hands and then take your legs up towards the center, and then legs come up and over to the right side. Take your arms in line with the shoulders. Turn your head the opposite way of the legs. Close your eyes, and then again, let yourself go. Let yourself release. Let yourself relax. Coming out of the twist, first turn your head back towards the center. And then take your knees back towards the center. Take the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a squeeze. Place the right foot down, left foot down towards the ground. Our final pose is Savasana, and then Savasana, we're on our back or the side of our body. We may have a nice incline. Knees may be bent or the legs straight. You can have legs up the wall. Finding stillness. If you do have a blanket, it's always nice to place on your body. So you're nice and warm when you're in Shavasana. Close your eyes. The lips part. Your facial muscles soften. Coming down your body, past your shoulders, letting them release, relax, relax, relax. Coming down your arms, past your elbows, your wrists, and out through the fingers, letting go of anything that does not serve you. Relax, relax, relax. Coming down the chest, past your belly, your pelvis. Relax, relax, relax. Down your legs, past your knees, past your shins, your calves, your ankles, and out through your toes. Again, letting go of everything that does not serve you. Relax, relax, relax. Feel yourself melting and sinking deeper. When it is time, I will call you back. Slowly starting to wiggle your toes, starting to wiggle your fingers. Noticing the surface you're lying on, hearing the sounds around you. When you're ready, making your way to a comfortable seated position. Your hips may be higher than the knees. And placing your hands to your heart center. Thank you everyone for sharing your practice with me. Taking with you this feeling of calm, this peace. As we move forward throughout our days, our weeks. Namaste.